All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to say, Call Halal Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Ba'ashim Merchah HaKudash. And double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, who taught us the truth and rule well. And Shalom to the hopeful elect, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Ba'ashim Merchah HaKudash Barakatam. It's the brother Kazak coming back at it again with another lesson. And the title of this lesson is going to be, Though Hand Join in Hand. All right, and as we just saw, the inspiration is coming from, the clip that we just saw, which I have to, play it, muted, due to the fact that they playing a very well-known, hip-hop song in the background, and YouTube be acting up. They look for any reason to take the channels down, take videos down, due to the algorithm. So, we're going to first start with the wedding. First of all, you have LeBron James, attending a small hat wedding, you know what I'm saying? And then, he's the elderly, devil that he's seen with, all right, is an ex-convict, all right, served, they said it served a year, but, you look into the text below, the title, it says, he made an especially eye-catching entrance at a wedding. All right, I'm not going to say that word due to the fact that they got algorithms. All right, and it says holding hands with a well-known Kabbalist. All right, now these people are into the occult. All right, because those small hats, at the higher ups, the higher you go, all right, they don't truly worship Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. They don't worship the living power. These people are satanic. Okay, that's why they do blood sacrifices. That's why they got the sellouts doing blood sacrifices, and y'all got a lot to pay for, man. All right, starting with these devils, all right, but also too, these sellouts out here, they gonna pay for what they doing, man. All right, because they let themselves be the instrument of their devices, which is to corrupt our people, man. All right, and we're gonna get the scriptures out on it, all right, because at the end of the day, nothing is new under the sun. Okay, but let's continue on with the clip. All right, yeah, he's right there. He's holding hands with these devils, man. You see another Jake there too on the table, and then it zooms in closer. All right, you see right there the Boule Foundation. Okay, LeBron James has it tatted on his chest, man. He has it proudly tatted on his chest, to declare his allegiance to these secret societies. All right, and this video comes in as an exhortation as well. Us brothers in this truth, Akim Akwath up here in this truth, man. Hey, don't be looking up to these celebrities, man. All right, don't be, you gotta take everything they say with a grain of salt, including the ones that's bucking up, man, because it could all be theatrics for all we know. All right, Scripture says this devil is wiser than Daniel. All right, don't fall for the okie doke, man. Never trust thine enemy. All right, and these people, making covenants, all right, with these devils, man. You don't know what these devils got them doing, man. All right, and I'm specifically talking about, Kanye West, man. It could all be for theatrics to set the stage for persecution, okay? Because nobody's gonna really care. All right, and through the spirit, my reasoning with this is nobody's gonna really care about, the brothers that's in the corners, man. People regard us as crazy and whatnot. A lot of people pay us no mind, which is really Isaiah 6-9. You know what I mean? Romans 11-7. All right, but when these celebrities that everybody, that got all this influence and fans, when they start, speaking out in the truth, that's when all of a sudden, the world stops, right? But who's to say that these celebrities were set up to do what they're doing, all right, which is to, act out a rebellion, if you will. All right, just so this devil could come down on the truth, man. And meanwhile, they get out the back door. You never know at the end of the day, man. It's all theatrics, all right? Because at the end of the day, you got secret societies amongst these celebrities that's under these devils, man. And you see it right there. And then you have somebody over here, a blue check mark, all right? He goes by King Kyle Lee, right? I don't know who this person is. He doesn't have that many, he doesn't have that many, followers. I checked his page out. All right, but it says that logo on his chest is for the Boule Foundation, the oldest fraternity for African Americans, right? And these fraternities, okay, are rooted in secret societies, okay. They are part of these devils, whether it be Freemasons and so on and so forth, man. They're all under the elites, man. Okay, Skull and Bones, the list goes on. All right, it says he apparently has friends that are, small hats. All right, and I believe he's wrong for saying Kyrie hurt people, thou, because Kyrie did nothing wrong, right? And I guess LeBron spoke against Kyrie, and really all Kyrie did. Now I don't know, the follow up, with the news, and I haven't been really updated on that, but really Kyrie, he all he did was just share a link, of a movie called From Hebrews to Negroes. It was a documentary basically going into how, the real Israelites are the so-called black people, okay, and not just the so-called black people, but for truth's sakes, I'm not too sure if if that's stated in that documentary. All right, but also too, the so-called Latinos and Native Americans make up part of the 12 tribes of Israel as well, man. And that's one of the things too, they always want to leave out the northern kingdom, man. But the scriptures go into that, man. The Lord, he hasn't forgotten about Ephraim, man. All right, the Lord is also dealing with Ephraim. That's why you got brothers of the northern kingdom getting raised up, man. Okay, but anyways, it reads, if you don't like what some people post, follow them. What the hell does that say? Simply they pulling some modern day slavery with Irving, right? Because of all this, all the penalties and the repercussions and the stipulations that they are getting, from the declaration, basically, from them coming out and acknowledging publicly that they are, the real Hebrew Israelites, man. All right, because Judah, part of the so-called Negroes, is part of the tribes, man. All right, the head tribe, tribe of Judah. You know what I'm saying? And it was these small hats, they came, they took the identity and they gave everybody a distorted definition on what it is to be a Israelite, man. That's why there's that word right there, where he says he apparently has friends that are, and then I said small hat, but that word right there, when you put ish behind the word, that means that you are acting like what the root word is. A good example is girlish. If you're not a real girl, all right. If a man is acting girlish, that means that he's not a real a girl. You know what I'm saying? But he's acting in a feminine way, all right. And the same thing applies here with these small hats, man. They are imposters, all right. So we're gonna go into the scriptures, okay, and we're gonna first and foremost start with the book of Proverbs, chapter 11 and Salakia. Let me see. The book of Proverbs. I don't know why I went to the New Testament again. Okay, but hey, man, that's Satan. All right, so Proverbs chapter 11 and 21, and it reads, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, right? Though hand join in hand, man. And what do we see in this clip? All right, let's get it. All right, what do we see in this clip, man? He got his hand joined with these devils, man. Now I saw this other article, which we could just continue it on, but let this play out. Who does he have his hand joined unto, man? All right, these small hats that are in the occult, man. All right, right there too, man. That does not look like a, right there. That's spiritual suspicious activity right there, man. Because right there, it looks like they're conducting a seance. Which that's what these celebrities do, man. They invoke spirits and they're basically open vessels for the spirits, man. That's why Drake said in this one song. All right, let me see. All right, hold on. We gonna save that one. All right, but that's why Drake said in this one song called Omerta, which Omerta goes back, to is basically a oath, that the mafia makes. Basically if they get caught, it's basically a code of silence. And it's another form of him declaring his allegiance to the elites. All right, but really, at the end of the day, there's no reason to come out with a song like this. All right, because ultimately, man, Yahweh Shem Yahushai sees everything you devils are doing, man. Okay, and that ultimately just declares that these celebrities, some of these celebrities, man, they are fully, given to these devils, man. They are fully with the agendas that these devils are coming out with. All right, so let me see. It is somewhere over here. So like, let me just find it. All right, let me see. He basically just says, I'm just a vessel. Oh, yeah, right there. What does he say right there at the top part? I'm going to make it, clear. I'm going to see if I could actually highlight it. Dang, I can't highlight it. Can I highlight it? No, I can't highlight it. All right, but right there at the top, if you see it right there, it says, I am just the body that my brothers are living through. Why? Because these are these celebrities, and these higher, the higher you go, the more satanic spiritual wickedness that they got to be involved in. You know what I'm saying? And conducting seances, invoking spirits, getting possessed by spirits. All right, that's another reason why they take part in these abominable activities, man. Just as the scriptures say, odious works of witchcraft, man. These people drink children blood. They involved in all manner of wickedness, man. All right. And here it is, the simple of our people, they follow after these these false shepherds, man. All right, these false leaders. Okay, even in Israel, man, a celebrity come out and acknowledge that he an Israelite, and Jake want to lose his mind, man. Goes to show the respecter of persons. And really, once you mature in this thing, man, and it's not to say that I didn't do it either, but once you mature in this thing, you start to see, these celebrities for what they really are, man, sellouts. All right, hey, man, I can't lie. You know what I'm saying? I was, a little excited when Kendrick Lamar, came out and said in the what album was it? I forgot exactly which album it was, but where he said, I'm an Israelite, don't call me black no more, But then it dawned on me, after hearing the song a few times, he goes on to say wickedness. And then, right after saying that verse, he goes on to say wickedness. And then he gonna say the word Yah after he says each and every bar of him doing wickedness, man. He basically, acknowledges that he's a Jake. He says something else that was spiritual. All right, but then he ends it with he continues it with a but, basically doing away with what he said earlier. And he said is money to get, Yah, bitches to flip, Yah. So he just, he acknowledges that he knows who he is, but he's gonna continue doing wickedness, man. And his music's been on the downfall anyways, man. His music's been, gradually, I wouldn't say gradually, but his music's been going down. It's not what it used to be, man. But it is what it is, man. We ain't really, here to gloat over these celebrities, man. All right, but anyways, Proverbs chapter 11 and 21, though hand joined in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. Right. All right, and I said I had another. Dang, where was it at? Was it over here? All right, let me see. Yeah, what does it say? The man refuses to let go of LeBron James' hand after crashing the wedding. Right. It's whatever purpose that was. There's another one. What does it say? Oh, yeah, right there. LeBron James receives a blessing, from the devil, man. And that's well put right there, man, because these people are in the occult, man. Now you go into, what they into, Kabbalah and all that stuff. That stuff is rooted in Satanism, man. All right, the fear of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is not present amongst these heathens, man. And because that's what they are. They're not of the tribes, man. They are imposters, okay? The real Israelites are the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans being raised up. All right, let's go to another scripture. Okay, and again, we got to come out with these, the spirits on me, to come out and break this down, because this is who these celebrities are, man. All right, what does it say? First Maccabees chapter 1 and 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, all right, now the key word is persuaded many, because they it was a lot of, it was multitudes that they were persuading, man. You know, a lot of people, very much like today, you know, the majority of these people, you know, they look up and they look after and they take after these celebrities, man. And these celebrities, you know, they got them doing wickedness, man. All right, what does it say? Saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, right? So let us make a covenant, right? And isn't that not a saying, you know, make a deal with the devil, you know, sell your soul? Is that not a thing here in Babylon? You know, and even these celebrities, they admit that, man. You know, what did Kanye West say? My mother was sacrificed. Yeah. You know, let me see if I could pull that. You know what I'm saying? Kanye West, mom, sacrifice. All right, it's a short clip of him saying that, man. I think it's this one right here.
They can't scare you. They can't control you. They can't. They try to suppress you, but that's how they try to categorize
They
you.
can't control me. You get what I'm saying? That I serve. My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed.
Me too.
You understand?
Yeah, I'm Christian.
So straight from the horse's mouth, man. Here it is. You know, a lot of people been saying this, you know, but at the same time, you know, you got to look at it like this. If he's really coming out with all these things and yet he's still here in Babylon and he's still alive, right? Does not that give a little, does not that arise suspicion? You know, is that not a thing to be, to take note of? You know what I'm saying? That he's coming out with all this stuff and all of a sudden, you know, he's alive. So like, not all of a sudden nothing. He's still alive. You know, they would have been silenced him, man. They would have been put his ass to death. You know, and people want to talk about, oh, but if they do that, then, you know, this is another factor. You know, but at the same time, you know, it's too deep in the game. The economy's about to collapse. You know, there's wars, you know, going on worldwide. You know, it's a Polish a convoy, you know, that just got blown up. You know, and the whole NATO was under a state of alarm. You know what I'm saying? So really, these elites, they don't really care, man. They think that they already won. You know, they got their bunkers set up. Like, what could they fear of, man? At the end of the day, you know, they're going to, you know, collapse the economy. All right, and these people are going to double back on their beliefs, man. All right, the majority of the Jakes, okay, are going to double back on their beliefs. All right, and their prerogatives, you know, because they weren't given the gift of faith. All right, because it's only going to be the elect that's going to get delivered, man. The elect and a 1/3 remnant that's going to get delivered, man. All right, so that's another thing too. You know what all this is. You know, I believe through the Spirit is basically, you know, the elites, all right, using these puppets as a means to start the persecution of the elect, man. All right, start the persecution of the prophets. All right, so let me bring this out again. All right, First Maccabees chapter 11 and 1. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, right? So let's go make a deal with the heathen. And in this case, you know, they were under the Seleucid Empire. These were Edomites, man. All right, after Alexander the Great died, you know, the 4 Roman generals took over. In this case, this was Antiochus Epiphanes. All right, he was an Edomite, man. All right, and it's very much like you have now. Okay, these Edomites ruling over us in America, you know, Rome Part 2, you know, the daughter of Babylon, right? And you got these Jakes making deals with them as they did before in their past lives. All right, these rappers, these celebrities, you know, these top influencers and entertainers. All right, it's crazy how, you know, our people hold these entertainers as leaders. Like, they give them that type of position, man. You know, but that's what it is. All right, that's just the device that these devils play. Okay, in order to get our people to be led astray. All right, now all this is going to be come out through the Spirit in the Scriptures. All right, so it says, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow, right? Because they see the riches, the prosperity, right? They see the you know, that they are offered unto them a portion of a very small portion at that, these riches and prosperity, and they go and sell their souls, man. You know, they see that these devils run the world. You know, they want to have, you know, the crusts. You know, here it is. You get the crumbs. You know, but you know, these celebrities, all they earn for themselves is the crust, man. You know, the outskirts of the bread, if you will. You know, because really compared to these elites, you know, no matter how many, you know, it don't matter if they billionaires, you know, concerning these celebrities, man. It don't matter if Kanye West is a billionaire or any of these celebrities is a billionaire at that. All right, they still got nothing compared to the elites, man. Okay, and the reason why is because it's only 3 countries in the world that don't got the Rothschild banks on them, man. All right, these elites, all right, these Rothschilds, they got banks all over the world, man. They control the currency of the whole world. $1 billion of FRNs that they printed out themselves, that ain't nothing to them, man. Okay, because this is about the power. Because at the end of the day, the world was given into the hands of the wicked. You know, Job 9:24. All right, so it reads that around about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So this device pleased them well. Right, it's an agenda. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen. Right. Because back then, you know, we still had some type of authority. You know, we still had the power to enforce judgment. All right, to execute judgment. You know, hence why, you know, Yahushua, you know, stopped the woman from being stoned. You know, by the wicked scribes and Pharisees, and he wrote their sins upon before them in the ground. You know, he wrote their transgressions before the wicked scribes and Pharisees in the ground, and they were cut to the spirit, and they departed. But that goes to show that even back then they were still, you know, carrying out judgment, man. You know, even and that was under the Roman rule. You know, they were under the Romans, man. All right, but in this case they were under the Greeks. All right, because the Seleucid was a Greek culture. All right, that's the beliefs that and the philosophies that they were under, man. Okay, but they still had, you know, some type of power, you know, to do back then, you know, before Antiochus Epiphanes started, you know, really putting hell on Israel. All right, they still had power to, you know, enforce judgment to a certain degree. Okay, but then after, you know, afterwards, you know, that's when, you know, things got real hot, if you will. All right, when Antiochus Epiphanes started, you know, putting hell on Jake. You know, that's why, you know, the scripture says, you know, neither was it lawful for a man to profess himself at all to be a Israelite, man. You know, roughly paraphrasing. All right, that's what happens when, you know, Antiochus Epiphanes really started, you know, putting hell on them. Okay, but before that, you know, this was happening. All right, Salaki, let me see. All right, they were going to the king. All right, these sellout ass Jakes, they were going to the king, and they were basically given protection to do and to basically commit iniquity, man. All right, to do after these what these heathens do, man. You know, eat pork, you know, eat abominable foods. You know what I'm saying? Partake in abominable activities. As we were getting ready to read, what does it say right there? Verse 14. Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathen, right? Because the heathen, you know, them being the Greeks, you know, they worked out in the nude, man. All right. Hey, I'm sure Israel had, you know, their places of exercise, but they weren't working out in no nude, man. You know, they were clothed. You know what I'm saying? They were working out. It's like they weren't working out in the nude. All right. But that's what these Greeks were doing, man. Verse 15, and made themselves uncircumcised and forsook the holy covenant, right? They forsook their nationality, man. All right. And joined themselves to the heathen and were sold to do mischief, right? You know, they were basically sold, you know, basically, hey, man, they made that deal, you know, and they were started partaking in iniquities and they were pushing forth iniquity, man. Okay. They were pushing forth iniquity. All right. And that's why, you know, the Lord put the spirit on these Edomites to put holy hell on these Jakes, man. Okay. But what does it say? Forsook the holy covenant and joined themselves to the heathen. Here it is. You know, your true nationality, you are Israelite, Yasharallah. He is a prince of the power, man. A prince of the Most High, the living power. and you threw that away to become a Greek, basically to be a Greek, man. You threw all that away just to be a Greek, man. That's what it is, man. Here and very much the same now. Here it is. We're telling our people, all right, that they're Israel. They're the princes of the power. They're the powers. They're the gods on earth, right? And they, look away. They don't want to hear that. They take this counsel for naught. Why? To call themselves an American, man. Which we know what that word goes back to, man. You know what I'm saying? But it just goes to show, our people cleave onto broken cisterns, man. Broken cistern. A cistern is basically a vessel, a container that is broken and can't hold anything. So that's what it is. And at the root of it all, or not at the root of it all, but at the forefront of it all, you got these sellout celebrities, pushing forth the wickedness for these elites, man. All right. For these elites. Okay, so we're going to go get another one. All right, the book of Habakkuk chapter 2. Salakia. All right, what does it say? Woe unto him, Salakia, Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 15. What does it say? Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, and that putteth thy bottle to him. Right. So woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink. Salakia, just checking the time. All right. Meaning this drink represents these philosophies, man. Because all these celebrities is doing nothing but pushing forth that Babylon juice, man. All right, because at the end of the day, what does what's his name? What does LeBron James have to offer? What is he pushing instead of the true nationality, man? What is he telling our people to stay as? To stay Black Americans, man. All right, because he is so-called Negro, so he speaks to the so-called Negroes, right? That's it, right? Here it is. We're telling you, man, we have a big family. Blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, the 12 tribes of Israel. And we are the chosen people of the Most High. We are his princes. We are a nation of kings and priests. We are about to inherit this world. These heathens that rule over us are going to be under us. And here it is, man, the nerve of these jakes, man. They want to come against that. We about to inherit the whole world. But these coon-ass Uncle Tom jakes, all right, applying to the Southern Kingdom, which is these so-called Negroes, and the Northern Kingdom, which is these so-called Latinos and Native Americans. You don't want to, you want to abandon that. You want to take that counsel for not, make it counted as nothing to you. So you could be an American. So you could be a Black American. So you could have a piece of the Babylonian pie. Meanwhile, the Lord is moving mountains, moving nations to destroy this place, man. So it goes to show, woe. Habakkuk chapter 2 and 15. Woe, destruction unto him that giveth his neighbor drink. Right. And that starts with these devils, man. That starts with these Edomites, these so-called white people, these imposters. It starts with them on down to you celebrities, man. Because you are the instrument that they're playing in order to corrupt our people, to keep them in the dark, to keep them in that Babylon, to keep them drinking that Babylonian juice, man. What Jake out here, you want to dribble the ball around. Hey, man, these sports are cool and all. I watch certain sports. My thing is into the fighting, boxing, UFC. But at the end of the day, it's all vanity and vexation of spirit, man. All you're doing is hurting. Hey, with fighting, all you're doing is hurting. Someone who is most likely of your kinsmen. Okay, because it's what these devils do. They pit Negro against Negro, Negro against Latino, right? And that creates a form of tribalism that where they try, basically that's used as an agenda to separate and divide the tribes, man. Starting with the fighting thing, right? And then you have what? LeBron James, he's a basketball player. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck do they do, man? They dribble the ball around, they throw it into a hoop. What's the glory in that, man? What's the purpose of that? Okay, that's cool. Hey, it's a good form of physical exercise. All right, but to put so much importance on the person that could do it the best is really folly, man. All right, because hey, back in the ancient times, we probably had basketball. You know, we had some forms of sports. All right, but we were training for war, man. Okay, we were training for war. We used that stuff to go to war. Okay, to get us ready for war, to get the synchronicity of the platoon of the basically the battalion. All right, basically a group of soldiers, a band of soldiers, the synchronicity of the band of soldiers, so they could be in warfare as a unit, man. All right, that's through the spirit. You know, that was the purpose of sports. You know, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, soccer. I'm not too sure if it's soccer. I think it was soccer. Hey, I know certain brothers are gonna be mad. Hey, don't call it soccer, man. It's football. You know, so certain Latino brothers, man. So-called Latino brothers, man. But hey, man, soccer went back to I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it went back to the Roman legions, man. You know, where they used that as a form of training to instill synchronicity. You know, basically instill, you know, the same mind, instill that teamwork, you know, vibration on their soldiers, so they could work together as a team, man. That was the purpose of sports, man. You know, a lot of exercise back then, it was for warfare, man. All right, it was geared towards warfare. Okay, hey, but that Greek, you know, that Greek spirit of that is very much alive and well to this day. You know, all these little bodybuilders, you know, and these little fucking short ass shorts. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, it's not even useful at that point, man, because they're so swollen up they can't even swing right. You know, they don't have the flexibility and the agility required to win a fight, man. You know, a boxer would completely dance around and beat a bodybuilder to a pulp, man. All right. So that goes to show that, hey, all that exercising, all that lifting for nothing, man. Okay, and Salak, you know, I went off on a tangent right there. Okay, but it's just going to show that our people just don't have their priorities straight, man. Looking up to these entertainers, man. Looking up to these fucking rappers. Okay, yeah, he a rapper. He says things that rhyme. He speaks in a rhythm. Cool. You know, hey, sometimes he drops he'll say some real shit here and there. You know, but then the rest of the bars is adultery. The rest of the bars is murder. You know, and that's the yayan, that's the wine. You know, the rest of the bars, or I won't even say the rest of the bars. The overall picture, in the grand essence of and message of the great message that they're bringing out is I was a gangster and I made it. I made it as a gangster. I became rich as a gangster, and now all these little youngins want to grow up to be gangsters, want to grow up to be drug dealers, want to grow up to be narcos. You know, for the Latin tribes, they got their what's called narco corridos. You know, they basically glorify the cartel lifestyle. You know, you starting to see it amongst Ephraim too. You know, they making rap songs about how many, you know, kilos they push to Babylon, man. You know, it's all completely fucked, man. You know, it's all fucked, man. Pardon my French. All right, but that's because of you celebrities, man. I'm going to read this again, Habakkuk chapter 2 and 15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink. Right, these philosophies, man. Telling your people to be a drug dealer, telling your people to be a gangster, telling your people to murder his own brother. Right, telling your people how glorious it is to fucking dribble a ball around and shoot it into a hoop. You know, how many times you do that over and over again. Look how glorious it is. No, man. It's not glorious at all, man. All right. I see the point of it, you know, teamwork, you know, good exercise, good for your stamina, your endurance. All right, but to boast it up in such a way, man, no. You know, same thing with soccer, man. All you doing is kicking a fucking ball around into a net. Again, it's good for teamwork, you know, it's good for exercise, right? But it ain't that special, man. You know? Fighting is a little bit more noble, you know, it's modern day gladiators, you got to show them some respect. But you see through the fighting, you see the agendas that they trying to do with that, man. Trying to pit the tribes against each other, man. You know? But that's the drink, that's the bottle that is being presented unto the tribes, man, at the hands of these celebrities, being directed by these small hats, man, by these Edomites, man, these so-called white people from the 1948ers, all right, from those imposters on down to the Temanites, these Americans, right? Temanites, actually, they be the Germans, the wise men of Edom. You know what I'm saying? But hey, that's what it is. All right, because they're all in league, not just so-called white people, but the whole, the other 17 nations, should I say 16 nations, excluding Israel, right? Because we're at the top. They all in league against us, man. Okay? Continued on, and it says that puttest thy bottle to him that maketh them drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness, right? And makest them drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. Yeah, because our people are naked and drunk, man. By way of all these, philosophies and all this Babylon juice that they're forced to drink, and as a result, it makes them naked, man. Because why? None of these things are grounded in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is not the foundation in any of these things, man. All right, because it's all wickedness, okay? And that's ultimately push, also set reference, or not reference, that's also mentioned of or written of here in Hosea chapter 4 and 1. What does it say? All right, hear the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, you children of Israel. For Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai have a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, right? A controversy. He has a problem with y'all, man. Continue on, it says, because there is no truth, right? There is no truth, no mercy, no knowledge of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai in the land, right? And that's the state of the 2/3, man. That's the state of niggadom, man. And that engulfs you so-called Latinos and Native Americans as well, man. Y'all part of that niggadom, man. As the elders put it, man. Y'all are part of that, man. Y'all engulfed in that, man. Okay, because you take after, even in wickedness, you take after the head tribe, man. All right. So what does it say? Because there is no truth, right? Hey, the truth is not in the world, man. You have a conversation with one of the fellow Jakes in the world, right? He gonna talk to you about nothing but folly, man, nothing but wickedness. Oh, the game, oh, so and so's woman, she look good, I'ma have her. She gave me her number on the low. That's the type of conversation that's amongst these Jakes, man. You don't have to watch your back too, man. He might try to get one over on you. Try to rob you. Who knows, man? But that's the state of our people. All right, there is no truth nor mercy, right? Because murder is at an all-time high. Nor knowledge of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai in the land. By swearing and lying and killing, right? And killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out. And blood touches blood, right? These are the transgressions that's being amplified amongst our people, man. All right, by swearing and lying, right? Breaking promises. You know what I'm saying? You can't trust the Jake no more than you could throw him, man. And killing, right? Because, hey, man, there's a whole thing now. It's called the drill. You know what I'm saying? They these little youngsters are glorified in killing each other, man. All this energy towards killing each other. But here it is. One man just speaks out against, one of their celebrities speaks out against, the powers that be, the peoples that's in charge. And now look at all the stipulations, man. Meanwhile, Chief Keef in Hollywood, you know what I'm saying? What's another one? King Von, he's regarded as a saint amongst the so-called black people, amongst Israel, right? What's another one? The guy that was with him, I forgot his name. Forgot his fucking name, man. But it was the guy they say that he sacrificed them. Lil Durk, yeah, that's his name. Right, these people are regarded, high, man. They're glorified for pushing out that murder vibration, man. That's the state of Israel. And stealing, right? Yeah, you can't trust the Jake with your belongings, man. Not just so-called black people, but the Latin tribes too, man. Hey, Issachar is not much of a not much of a robber. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you do have a lot of instances where Issachar robs. That being the so-called Mexicans. But you look at the rest of the tribes, man, that's what they do, man. That's all they do is steal, man. The so-called Latinos, you know what I'm saying? That's all they do is steal, man. Committing adultery, yeah. You know, hey, adultery is glorified at an all-time high, man. You know, the women, the women celebrities and the male celebrities, you know, they glorifying that shit, man. You know, hence why I stated earlier through the Spirit, every other bar is adultery. You know, continue on, and it says they break out and blood touches blood, right? So that's what it is, man. It's a lot of blood. That's what's it called? You know, because this is basically a reference to the Old Testament. You know, their blood shall be upon them. You know, when they commit a sin unto death, you know, their blood shall be upon them. You know, hey, it's a lot of blood that's gonna be upon Israel, man. These so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. It's gonna be a lot of blood, all right, for following after wickedness, man, and taking the counsel of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai for naught. You know, here it is. You know, the prophets have been out there for decades, starting with the elders and apostles of Great Millstone on down. For decades, the prophets have been out there, and you don't even consider, man. You know, you don't even think, hey, man, you know, that's the prophets right there. You know, maybe I should, watch my ways. You know, I don't want to be in the Lord's bad side. You know, as they, do whatever they do in the world. Right. But no, man, Israel's just waxing worse and worse. Getting completely more and more demonic, man. You know, but hey, that's the result of Isaiah chapter 6 and 9. Because Yahweh Hashem Yahushai ain't dealing with them, man. This time around, he's only dealing with the elect. All right, the elect and the 1/3 remnant. Okay, so, hey, man, with that, I'm going to say, call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Merchah HaKudash, for giving me the spirit to do this lesson, or willing this lesson was edifying. All right, with that, I'm going to say, shalom, on to the next.